Well, hello everyone. Board Game Lawyer here. Welcome to my Friday night Twitch. Tonight I'm going to play some Marvel Champions from Fantasy Flight Games. It has been a long week, and so looking forward to Friday night. Looking forward to some Marvel Champions. And so let's take a look at the table and see what I'm going to be playing against this evening. So I am liking Bishop. I've been playing a few games with Bishop here lately, trying to get used to this brand new hero in the game. So let's take a look at Lucas Bishop first to see what he's all about. So he is a 4 recovery mutant with temporal in his alter ego form. He is temporally displaced, meaning he has a response. After you change this form, add a temporal card in your discard pile to your hand. Okay, good. So yeah, it's sometimes hard to remember those triggered abilities on the heroes. At least it is for me. I don't know if you have that problem or not. And let's take a look at his hero side just so that we know what Bishop's up to this evening. So he has a thwart of 2, he has an attack of 1, defense of 2, defense of 1. He's also temporal and an X-Men, and he has energy absorption, which is a response after Bishop takes any amount of damage from an attack. Discard an equal number of cards from the top of your deck. Add each resource card discarded this way to your hand. So it's a response. You can choose to do it or not. It's not a forced response, but it is certainly a response that you can have to taking damage when you're playing with Bishop. So let's flip him back over to his alter ego form. I do have a 40 card deck today, and I'm going to be playing in leadership. Yep, that's the aspect that I've decided to play against today. And so I'm going to go against Dr. Zola. So we're going to be playing standard Zola today. Nothing crazy, right? Zola's difficult enough on his own. He's a villain with a scheme of 2, an attack of 1. He's an android, and he's Hydra. And he simply has a retaliate of 1. It says, my mutate program will transform these pathetic creatures into Hydra's elite shock troops. Okay. That's what he's all about. Let's take a look at his main scheme. So the main scheme of the Island of Dr. Zola 1A says that the contents are Zola 1 and 2, which we have. The standard encounter set. Ooh, hey, Lexicon. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, Savage Land to Zola. I don't know what kind of nonsense I'm getting myself into this evening, but we'll see what happens. I do like the Savage Land. It is dangerous, though. This is a dangerous land that I'm in. All right, so 1 modular encounter set we took out under attack, and as I mentioned, we're using the Savage Land. And so part of the Savage Land has an environment that's part of the setup, and it says the villain gains retaliate 1. So do these retaliate stack on top of each other? I think so, and that's scary. He has a special on this environment that says discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Yeah, Jurassic nonsense for sure. It's looking dangerous. And it says when revealed, discard each other setting, environment, and play. Okay, we'll do that. All right, so we are now back to our Island of Dr. Zola. And here it tells us as part of its setup to search the encounter deck for Hydra Prison and reveal it. Each player searches the encounter deck for a copy of Ultimate Bioservant and puts it into play, engage with him, and shuffle the encounter deck. Alright, so we're asked to put the Hydra Prison out, and it says when revealed, each player searches their deck, discard pile, and hand for a hero-specific ally and places it face down beneath the scheme. Place X threat on the scheme, where X is the total cost of all allies beneath it. Each player shuffles their deck. Well, it just so turns out that Bishop has 2 signature allies. So let's go take a look and see what we got here. I think that because we're going to try to be a little bit control-y here at the beginning, that instead of putting Malcolm, signature ally, underneath, I'm going to put Randall underneath. Discard a resource card from your hand. Ready, Randall. If that card has a printed energy icon, heal 1 damage from Randall, limit once per phase. So yeah, I think Randall, we're going to bring Randall out. He's going to help us to be a little bit more control-y, which is what I think I need. What do you think, Lex? You think that's the one? that we're going to put under the Hydra Prism because it has a when defeated ability. Remove the scheme from the game and return each ally beneath it to its owner's hand. So we need to do what? See, it costs 3, right? So we're going to put X threat on the scheme where X is the total cost of all allies beneath it. So we're going to add 3 more threat. Whoops. Need to put threat out. And we're going to put Randall. Is it face down? Yep. Randall's going face down beneath that scheme. Alright, so we break Randall out and we'll be able to do a little bit more control. We'll be able to bring him to our hand and hopefully be able to play him. Alright, so let's close and shuffle our deck. Alright, so the rest of this says that we bring out an Ultimate Bioservant, which we have. He comes out with toughness. The Ultimate Bioservant has a scheme of 1 and attack of 1. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. If we can drag him out of prison early on, he might be able to help out with some threat. I mean, the retaliative 1 is going to be very oppressive, especially for allies. That could essentially take down an ally. Between the 2 retaliate and the consequential damage that will happen, yeah, that's going to be rough. So the allies may have to go after whatever minions pop out. So Ultimate Bioservant gets +1 attack for each attachment on it. Okay. All right, so I think that's everything other than I need to draw up a hand size. So let me, I already shuffled I'll just shuffle it one more time and I'll draw up a hand size of 6. Let's see how we begin this game. So only for the villain, I think Malcolm, will want to kill minions, as you just said. Yep. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna have to hit Zola. We're gonna have to make it count. And I kind of built this deck hopefully to make it count. Like if I could get his gun out. Let's see, does it? So if I can get Bishop's gun out, does it have ranged? Do I? Okay, the rifle has range, so I will ignore that retaliate, right? So, okay, cool. So that's really the goal. So I got Call for Aid, I got Caliban, I got Energy Conversion, which is a defense card. I got Command Authority. Remove 3 threat from a scheme if you paid for this event with a resource card, draw a card. We might want to keep hold of that one. Yeah, we'll hang on to that. We're going to hang on to Digging Deep. I'm going to hang on to Innovation. I'm going to hang on for sure to Call for Aid because I have a trick up my sleeve. And I'm going to discard Energy Conversion, and I'm going to discard Caliban. He says after he enters play, discard cards to the top of your deck until X Factor, X Force, or X-Men ally is discarded. Add that ally to your hand. I'm not going to use him, I don't think. Well, maybe I want to hang on to him. I don't know. We'll see. No, I'm going to toss him. I'm going to toss Caliban because I'm going to use that Call for Aid, and you're going to find out why in just a second. So I pick up Effective Leadership. When you spend this card to play an ally, it gets +1 thwart, +1 attack to the end of the face. Okay. And then one more card, and that is another Energy Conversion. Okay, so remove threat. Thwart. Remove 2 threat from a scheme if you paid for this event with a resource card, draw 1 card. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to flip over to my hero side. Now it says after Bishop takes any amount of damage from an attack. So that doesn't even mean retaliate. Alright, so I'm going to do Call for Aid. So I'm going to discard cards from the top of my deck until I discard an Avenger ally and add that ally to my hand. So here's where it gets kind of nuts, because Concussive Blast. Okay, Digging Deep. After this card is discarded from the top of your deck, add it to your hand. So here we go. We bring a Digging Deep into our hand. And then we're going to discard another card. Stored Energy. Bishop's Rifle. Another Digging Deep. Look at that. Get another resource in our hand. What do we got now? We got Beast. He's not an Avenger. Call for Aid. Power of Leadership. Malcolm. Genius. Do I have an Avenger in here, you're wondering? Okay. Supercharged. These are all the cards I'm discarding until I find that Avenger. Is there an Avenger? Here he is. He's the Black Panther. So we bring back Black Panther into my hand. I am going to discard all these cards. And that was my call for aid that I just played. So I discarded 17 cards to begin the game. But I did get extra resources, right? So is that... I don't know. I'm probably nuts. But I do want to put Black Panther out. It says you may play events attached to Black Panther as if it were in your hand. And that's what I plan to do. So I'm going to spend 4. So of course we're going to spend effective leadership to play him, right? So 1. And we're going to play... how about energy conversion? 2. A digging deep and a digging deep to put call for aid onto Black Panther. Nuts, right? Okay, so we're going to spend those 4 resources. Discard cards. Okay, so call for aid is on Black Panther because it says response. After Black Panther enters play, choose a leadership blue event from your discard pile and attach it to him face down. And it says you may play the event attached to Black Panther as if it was in your hand. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do call for aid. And we're going to look for another Avenger, right? Another Avenger ally. So here we go. White Fox. Ooh, it says after White Fox is discarded from the top of your deck, put her into play under your control. Here we go. Now remember, Black Panther's +1. Yeah. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. White Fox comes out because, remember, after White Fox is discarded from the top of your deck, put her into play under your control. Hopefully I'm playing that right. And then we keep going to find that Avenger card. So plan B, Sidekick, Strength. Now you're going to see my whole deck, right? Band Together, the Triskelion, Supercharged, Stored Energy, Bishop's Uniform, Command Authority, Pixie, Stored Energy. We don't have any more Avengers cards in my deck. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle our deck. Shuffle that into my deck. I got to deal myself an encounter card because I did that. Now, I probably wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have done that had White Fox got drawn before Black Panther did. But I wanted to get White Fox out on the table. So I do need to deal myself an encounter card. And we'll set it over here next to the Hydra Prison. Now, Black Panther is +1 attack and +1 defense, right? So, so I could get another character out on the table, right? So I can do that. That's what I think I'm doing. Or see, Command Authority says remove 3 threat from a scheme if you paid for this event with a resource card. Draw a card. So let's do that. Let's use the Command Authority. We're going to use Innovation and Digging Deep to play Command Authority, and we're going to take 3 threat from a scheme. So we're going to take 3 off of the Hydra Prison. 1, 2, 3. And since I used a resource card, I get to draw a card into my hand. So we're going to draw up Energy. Good. We'll discard these. And White Fox either pings the ultimate Bioservant or knocks the threat off of. Is it better to get the ultimate Bioservant? Go ahead. So it doesn't make any difference right now because I won't be able to pay for my ally right now. So it would be better just to get the ultimate Bioservant off the table, I think. So we're going to exhaust White Fox and we're going to ping him for 1. So we knock the tough off. And then Black Panther, we're going to use him. He's going to take 2 consequential damage to do 3 damage to the ultimate Bioservant. And then Bishop's going to knock out the ultimate Bioservant. So at least we won't put any attachments on him. So we'll discard the ultimate Bioservant. And that's going to end my turn. So I'm going to hang on to that energy. And I'm going to advance the phase. Turn things over to Zola. Whoops, I forgot to flip over the island of Dr. Zola. So again, there's that forced response. It says, after resolving step 1 of the villain phase, place 1 test counter here. Then if there are 3 or more test counters here, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put that minion into play, engage with the first player, or remove 3 test counters from the scheme. So that was the rest of the setup that I missed. So what did I draw? I got Bishop's Uniform, which is great. I got the Power of Leadership. I've got Concussive Blast. Okay. So nice. I got a nice array of resources in my hand. And yeah, let's go ahead and place 1 threat on the island of Dr. Zola. And now it says, after resolving step 1, we're going to put a test counter on him. Now Zola's going to attack Bishop, and he's going to hit him for 1 plus this card right here, 2 more. So he's going to hit him for 3. Bishop takes 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. And then it says, after Bishop takes any amount of damage from an attack, discard an equal number of cards from the top of your deck. Add each resource card discarded this way to your hand. Now, you saw my whole deck already. So you do know that I got a lot of resources in there. So hopefully that's the case. So here's 1. Call for 8. Oh, no. I wanted to get that in my hand. Band Together goes into my hand. And Command Authority. All right. Those are the cards that got discarded. Right, and then so we'll discard the Mind Ray. Got to deal myself 2. I already got 1 encounter card. I got to deal myself another encounter card. Let's see what this first one is, and it is the Mind Ray, and it says, when revealed, Zola attacks you. You are stunned. Ouch. So Zola's going to attack us again, and he's going to hit us for 2 this time. So I'm going to knock me down to 7, and I'm stunned. And then the Mind Ray says, so you are stunned. And because of my ability, after Bishop takes any amount of damage from attack, discard equal number of cards. So we got 2 more. So the Triskelion gets discarded, and Stored Energy comes into my hand. All right, great. Okay, discard that. Mind Ray is taken care of. Let's get rid of our boost card. And then our last encounter card is Neurological Implants. It says attach the minion with the most remaining hit points without another copy. If you cannot, this card gains Surge. So we're going to discard that. It's going to surge into this, which is the defensive programming. Again, if you cannot attach this to a minion, it's going to gain Surge. So we'll discard that. And we'll surge into this, which is the Berserk Mutate, who has Quick Strike. So Quick Strike, he's going to hit Bishop for 2. After Bishop takes any amount of damage from attack, discard equal number of cards. Okay, and then resources are going to get added in my hand. So he's going to hit me for 2 on that Quick Strike. And I got to discard 2 more cards. So there's Malcolm and Effective Leadership, which comes into my hand. So I got a lot of resources in my hand, but I have very little to pay with. So that's kind of a bummer. All right, Black Panther. So he's an attack of 2. White Fox. We can get my, yeah, we can definitely retrieve my ally. And I think White Fox is going to do that. Although White Fox and Black Panther together could get rid of the Berserk Mutate, which would be just fine. Bishop, he's stunned. So maybe I just flip down and heal with Bishop and go grab another temporal card. I know I got temporal cards sitting right on top of my deck I wouldn't mind having. So how about this? Let's use Bishop to remove threat from the Hydra Prison. I know it's probably overkill. Well, no, I was going to heal with him. Let's just leave it. Let's leave it. We're gonna flip down and heal, I think, is what we're gonna do. So instead, we're gonna use White Fox. We'll put 1 consequential damage on White Fox. She's gonna remove the threat off of the Hydra Prison. So the Hydra Prison says remove this scheme from the game and return each ally beneath it to its owner's hand. So we're going to add that just to the victory display to get rid of it. This card goes into my hand, which is Randall. Randall, we could bring out Randall, and between Randall and Black Panther, we could take down the Berserk Mutate. And when I flip down, I can get Malcolm. I can also put out my Uniform. After you resolve Bishop's Energy Absorption ability, exhaust Bishop's Uniform, heal 1 damage from Bishop, for each resource card in your hand, which is great, right? We got to get that out. That is important. So yeah. So I think Black Panther is going to do a number on the Berserk Mutate for 2. And we're going to discard Black Panther. He's gone. Then we're going to spend 3 resources to bring out Randall. And which ones do we want? We got Band Together. Yeah, I probably should have put him out first before I did that damage, right? Nah, I can use it to put out. Yeah, I can use that. Yeah, I can use that later. So Randall. Bringing out Randall for an effective leadership. When you spend this card, play an ally. The ally gets +1 thwart, +1 attack till the end of the phase. Let's see. Well, Concussive Blast. Deal 6 damage to an enemy if you paid for this event with a resource card ready bishop. So I could clear my stunned. So yeah, Bishop's going to attack the Berserk Mutate. Clear the stunned. And then Randall is going to attack the Berserk Mutate. Knock him out altogether. And then we place 1 consequential damage onto Randall. I am going to use a Concussive Blast. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Deal 6 damage to an enemy if you paid for this event with a resource card ready bishop. So I'll use energy, right? And a Digging Deep. We'll discard those. So we used a resource card, so we're going to do 6 damage to Zola. We knock him down to 6. We do need to take 2 Retaliate. And I get readied. But I'm going to take 2 Retaliate because of that attack. And we'll discard Concussive Blast. Alright, and then I'm going to flip over to my Lucas Bishop side, and it says temporally displace response. After you change this form, add a temporal card from your discard pile to your hand. So we are going to go find a temporal card, and I know Malcolm's in there. He's a temporal. So we'll bring him out into my hand, and now I'm going to spend 2. Because of Band Together, it says generate a resource for each ally you control. Yeah, I'll spend 2 plus, how about, yeah, effective leadership to put out Malcolm. I'll discard these cards. I'm going to exhaust Bishop to heal him. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's back up to 7. I'm going to put out my uniform, and I'm going to spend 2 resources to do that, the stored energy, to pay for my uniform. And then Malcolm, will exhaust him to remove threat off of the island of Dr. Zola. Okay, so not a bad turn. I have 3 allies on the table, and I was able to manage to get my uniform out. So that's great. All right, so the cards that I'm going to draw up, let's advance the phase. I still need to advance it from before, advance again. All right, so I draw up, I have Energy Conversion, I got Digging Deep, Power of Leadership, Band Together, and Supercharged. Ooh, look at Supercharged, I like it. All right, so we place 1 threat on the island of Dr. Zola. We're going to place a counter on it, a test counter. Zola's going to scheme for 2 plus this card here, 2 more. So he's going to scheme for 4. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. Didn't mean to flip it. Discard or flip card. I don't know why it flipped. So I added 1, and now I add 4, which brings it up to 5. It's only 1 threat away from threading out. Discard test subjects. And then the encounter card is, of course, it's going to be an advance. Why not? Why wouldn't it advance? Yeah. So he schemes for 2 plus 2 more, so it hits it for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Village under attack is discarded. Advance is discarded. Island of Dr. Zola advances. And out comes the Mad Doctor. It says each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a minion and reveals it and shuffle the encounter deck. So which minion do we want? Where are we looking? We're looking, each searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a minion. So I don't think it's going to hurt my feelings if I go find that minion that I killed off earlier. Look at all cards. I don't know that there's a minion. So there's a Berserk Mutate. This is a good time to reveal it while I'm in alter ego form. It's got that quick strike. And he only, yeah. So there we go. We're going to grab the Berserk Mutate. That's who's going to come out. He's got quick strike, but it does no good. So each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a minion, reveals it, shuffle the encounter deck. I'll go ahead and shuffle the encounter deck while I'm there. Since it asked nicely, I'll do that. Yeah, that's right, Lex. I am glad that the test counter's reset because I'd much rather have the Berserk Mutate, right? So maybe it's not so bad. We'll see how it turns out. Yeah, so now we got the Mad Doctor out. And it's a forced response. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, place 1 test counter here, then 3 or more. Discard cards on top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put that minion into play, engage with the first player to remove 3 test counters from this scheme. So yeah, you're right, Lex. At least I did get to reset the test counters, and there's some nasty minions in there. And can you imagine dinosaurs with some Zola upgrades or attachments? That would be terrible. All right, so we have the Mad Doctor has arrived, and it says if this scheme is completed, the players lose the game. So it starts off with 1 threat. We've got to take care of that. All right, so let's advance the phase and turn things back over to Mr. Bishop over here. And so we've got Randall and Malcolm. Discard a resource card from your hand. Ready? I don't know why my TV just turned on. There we go. Turn it back off. All right, so what do I got? I got Energy Conversion, Digging Deep, Power of Leadership, Band Together, Supercharged. Discard a resource card from your hand. Place 1 charged counter here for each resource icon on that card. Hero Interrupt. When you make a basic attack, discard Supercharge. You get +2 for the attack to a maximum of 8. So is it possible that I could take down Zola, flip him, and then supercharge him for 8? I think that's getting a little bit too ambitious, right? I think so. I think what we need to do is we need to get rid of a Berserk Mutate and we need to take down Zola. So I'm going to flip over to my hero form and I'm going to put Supercharged out on the table. That is an upgrade. And I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could do the 6 damage to Zola. I still will take the Retaliate because when he flips, he's still Zola. Right? And I'm not sure how much Retaliate I'll take actually. Because does he stay 1 or does he end up with 2? I can't remember. Ugh. Been a while since I played Zola. All right. Band Together. Wow, look at that. That's 3 resources. Now, what does it say? It says, when discard a resource card from your hand, place 1 test counter here for each resource icon on that card. And this says it generates +1 wild for each ally I control. So is that considered a resource icon? I think, maybe. All right. Energy Conversion. I might hang on to that because you know he's going to attack me. All right. Randall, White Fox. Let's do this. Let's use Malcolm, right? And do 2 damage to the Berserk Mutate. 1 consequential onto Malcolm. Exhaust Randall. Another damage onto the Berserk Mutate. Berserk Mutate's gone. We'll discard him. We'll put, let's see. I want to make sure that I'm doing this right. It says, discard a resource card from your hand. This is a resource card band together. And it says that place one charge counter here for each resource icon on that card. Is this considered to be a resource icon on the card? It just says it generates a resource icon, but there's no actual resource icon on the card. So I'm going to say, because I don't know, and I'm not going to stop and look it up, that no, it does not work for that. But I do have other choices here. So I've got the power of leadership, which is good, and another power of leadership, which would be good. If this card is discarded from the top of your deck, add it to your hand. Okay, good. So we're going to use both these power of leaderships to put a charge counter here for each resource icon on that card. All right, there we go. Power of leadership and power of leadership. So it's 2 actions, putting 2 counters on there. Now Bishop is going to attack Zola, and he's going to hit him for the supercharged. When you make a basic attack, discard supercharge, you get +2. So yeah, we're going to knock him out. Take him all the way down to 0. And then we're going to flip to stage 2. And when I do that, it says retaliate of 1. So I do have 2 retaliate still that I do have to absorb. 1, 2. And then the test subjects comes out. And it says, when defeated, the first player discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until they discard a minion and reveal that minion. Yeah. Thanks for backing me up there, Lex. I don't think it worked, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong there. But I feel better that you said that. So test subjects is out. I've got 2 threat on test subjects. I've got energy conversion, which is nice. When enemy attacks, shuffle each resource card in your discard pile into your deck. You cannot take more than 3 damage from the attack. And I'm going to hang on to White Fox just as insurance. And I'm going to hang on to energy conversion. Bishop's Uniform says, after you resolve Bishop's energy absorption ability, exhaust Bishop's Uniform, heal 1 damage from Bishop for each resource card in your hand. Now, what's nice about this is when I use that card, energy conversion, when an enemy attacks, shuffle each resource card in your discard pile into your deck. So these 2 resources, if I discard them here at the end of my turn, they'll still get shuffled back into my deck anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and end my turn. I'm going to discard both of these resource cards. I'm going to advance the phase. And I got Bishop's Rifle, which is great. I got Call for Aid, which is also great. Yeah, this is going to be good. This is what I want. All right, so we're going to place... probably should have used White Fox to knock out the Mad Doctor threat off, but that's fine. We're going to use her as insurance for now. Placing 1 threat onto the Mad Doctor. We're going to attack. Zola's going to attack Bishop. I have that energy conversion. It says, when an enemy attacks, shuffle each resource card in your discard pile into your deck. You cannot take more than 3 damage from this attack. Alright, so let's look and see what resource cards I've got. There's 1, 2, not a resource card. Resource card. Yes. Many resource cards are getting shuffled in. Concussive Blast, no. Digging Deep, yes. Energy, yes. Look at all the resource cards. Black Panther, no. Triskelion, no. Call for Aid, no. Command Authority, no. Okay, and then we've got Innovation, Digging Deep. And so all these cards are going to go back in the discard pile. I flipped the order there. I hope it doesn't matter. And then we're going to shuffle all Digging Deep, everything, into my encounter or my player deck. Shuffle that. Alright, so energy conversion. When enemy attacks, shuffle each resource card. That's done. You cannot take more than 3 damage from this attack. So energy conversion is discarded. Zola's going to attack, and he's going to do so for 2 plus 2 more, 4. So I can only take 3 damage from the attack. So 1, 2, 3. And then, because of his ability, after Bishop takes any amount of damage from attack, discard equal number of cards on the top of your deck. Add each resource card, discard this way to your hand. So here's 1, Strength, 2, Power of Leadership, 3, Energy Conversion. So we're going to put the Power of Leadership, we're going to put Strength in my hand, and then Bishop's Uniform is going to go off, and it says, after you resolve Bishop's Energy Absorption, exhaust Bishop's Uniform, heal 1 damage from Bishop for each resource card in your hand. Okay, so Bishop's Uniform is exhausted, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 resource cards in my hand. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and heal Bishop for 4. All right. Bad thing is it's exhausted, so that's the downside. Now Randall attacked earlier, so I should have put 1 consequential damage on him, right? Yeah, I didn't do that. I should have done that, I think. Unless I healed him. I didn't heal him, did I? No, I didn't. All right, so then we deal ourselves 2 encounter cards because we have test subjects on the table. That's a bummer. And I didn't put that counter on the Mad Doctor. I need to do that as well. All right. First encounter card is Zola's Experiments. It says, force response after a minion enters play, attach the topmost tech attachment in the encounter deck and encounter discard pile to that minion. Okay, so we have yet another side scheme on the table, and we did the ultimate bioservant. So here we go. Force response after a minion enters play, attach the topmost tech attachment in the encounter discard pile to that minion. What is the topmost tech attachment in the discard pile? There's 11 cards in the discard pile. Let's look at all of them. The top tech would be defensive programming. Okay, that's the top one. So it gets attached to the ultimate bioservant. Ouch. Bring to the front. And that one says, attach the minion with the most remaining hit points without another copy of defensive programming attached. If you cannot gain Surge, attach minion gets +2 hit points and gains guard. So we can't attack Zola while the ultimate bioservant's out on the table. So yet another bummer. All right, Call for Aid is not going to do us much good right now because the only thing that I would really net if I did Call for Aid right now would be 2, possibly 3 resources. Let me look and see. And I would deck myself because we've already seen Black Panther go past. So let me look at the cards in my discard pile. Yeah, Black Panther's in the discard pile. There's no digging deeps, so I could use Call for Aid to grab 3 more resources into my hand. Is that a terrible thing? It could definitely be a terrible thing. I got Bishop's Rifle, and it's going to cost me 2 resources to put it out. And it says, exhaust Bishop's Rifle, choose an enemy, deal 1 damage to an enemy for each resource card in your hand. This card gains ranged. Oh, nice. So we're going to use the ranged against Zola. But Black Panther and White Fox is still on the table. I should have used White Fox earlier, probably. But she still would have been in the discard pile, so that wouldn't have mattered. I do want to get rid of Zola's Experiments. I don't like that on the table. And what do I have here? I've got Band Together. I've got Power of Leadership, Strength, Bishop's Rifle, Genius, and Call for Aid. Well, I could use Call for Aid to pay for Bishop's Rifle. It's not going to matter. I just need to use 2 resources for Bishop's Rifle. So, and we'll use resources later to discard a resource card from your hand. Ready, Randall. If that card has a printed, so I should have probably healed these guys earlier because now when they take consequential damage, they'll be exhausted. Kind of a waste. Don't want to lose these guys. But I could flip down. That would be dangerous with the Mad Doctor out roaming around. And I gotta get the ultimate bioservant off the table. Yes. I could get the digging deeps. And you pull the digging deeps, of course. So it would do 6 damage with the rifle if you play it, yeah. 'Tis true. 'Tis true. I think I will pay for the rifle. I'm going to use Band Together to pay for the rifle. Okay. And then let's see. Exhaust Bishop's Rifle. Choose an enemy. Deal 1 damage to enemy for each resource card in your hand. This card gains ranged. So right now I could do 3 damage to Zola without taking damage. Or I could get rid of the ultimate bioservant. But boy, I'm gonna lose all my defense. Ultimate bioservant right now is only doing +1, so he's only doing 2 damage. But Bishop's not feeling really well right now, so I'm afraid to use the call for aid right now. Although I would deck myself, and that would be kind of cool. Dangerous because I've got the test subjects on the table. When defeated, yeah, it's tough to know. It's tough to know. What's the right thing to do? I definitely want to get test subjects off the table. Let's see. So if I discard cards from top of the encounter deck until I discard a minion, reveal that minion. That could be bad. That could be bad. But I could use a rifle to get rid of it, right? So let's do that. Let's get rid of test subjects because I don't want to draw that extra card. So Bishop's going to take 2 threat off of test subjects, right? And discard cards on top of the encounter deck until I get a minion. Reveal that minion. Let's see what minion comes out. I'm just gonna flip these out on the table. So here's 1, 2. So Zola's Mutate, the worst one possible. So when defeated, the first player discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a discard is reveal that minion. It says discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a tech attachment is discarded. Attach that to Zola's Mutate. So that was probably a terrible idea. But I need to get that off the table anyway. So Zola's Mutate, we're going to discard cards until we find an attachment. Here we go. Assault. Bioservant. Pain Inhibitors. That's going to go on Zola's Mutate. Discard that. Ultimate Bioservant. And Assault. We're going to put those in the discard pile. Pain Inhibitors now says attach to a minion with the most remaining hit points without another copy of Pain Inhibitors attached. If you cannot, this card gains Surge. And he gains +2 hit points and Retaliate. So now he's up to 7. So I need to ping him for 7. So I guess we do the call for aid. We'll get dealt an additional encounter card, but you know, we were going to anyway had we not cleared that. And I got to get Zola's Mutate off the table. I can't deal with all these extra. I'm going to do call for aid. Right or wrong, we're going to do call for aid. Before I do call for aid, I got an idea. Before I do call for aid, it's a hero action. Because we're gonna discard white. We're gonna do White Fox to ping Zola's Mutate for 1, right? Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna ping Zola's Mutate for 1 using White Fox. So she goes to the discard pile, so she'll get cycled back in. And do I want to do that with either Randall or Malcolm? Do I want to cycle them? Let's see. Maybe we'll hang on to him. Okay, that's exactly what we're gonna do. Or I'm gonna stay in hero form. I'm not gonna flip down just yet. So I'm gonna use call for aid, and I'm gonna discard cards until I find an Avenger. Which you know that there's only one Avenger in there, right? So this is kind of just an exercise here of discarding a ton of cards. Discard, discard, discard. There's a digging deep, goes into my hand. There's another digging deep, goes into my hand. Another digging deep goes into my hand. I know that this is tedious. Sorry, everybody. Okay, so shuffle that into my deck. Right. Okay, and deal myself an encounter card. And there it is. It's going to be next to Zola's Experiments over there. So now I have 6 resource cards in my hand. And I think I'm going to leave them there because of Bishop's rifle or because of Bishop's uniform during the attack. Is that right? Is that the right thing to do? Hang on to all those resource cards. All right, so Zola's Mutate is going to... We're going to attack at with Bishop's rifle, and we're going to hit it for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6 damage into Zola's Mutate. And no retaliate. Well, we're using the rifle anyway, so we wouldn't have got retaliated on anyway. So Zola's Mutate's defeated. And the Ultimate Bioservant, are we going to mess with him? I don't think so. We'll just leave him out on the table for now. Alright, and we're going to advance the phase. I'm going to hang on to those resource cards. Is that the right thing to do? Yeah, because look at all the healing I can do. Well, no, is there a limit to the healing on that? Let me look on Bishop's uniform. No, it says, after you resolve Bishop's energy absorption ability, exhaust Bishop's uniform, heal 1 damage from Bishop for each resource card in your hand. So I got 6 resource cards right now. I think I'll hang on to them. And then we got that Bishop's rifle too, so that'll be good for the next turn. Alright, so we'll advance the phase. You have more than the allowed cards in your hand, so I need to discard a card. So I'm going to discard Digging Deep. It's not letting me keep all these cards. I guess that's a rule, right? That I have to discard down to my hand size. Okay. All right, so there's that turn. And now it's Zola's turn, so we are going to place 2 threat because of Zola's Experiments, right? After minion enters play, attach the topmost tech attachment in the... Okay, so I did that. Should I have gotten 2 tech attachments when I brought out... Using Zola's Experiments... It says force response. After minion enters play, attach the topmost tech attachment in the encounter discard pile to that minion. Should I have put 2? Let me see if I even had 2. I don't know if I even had 2. Maybe I did. I know I've cycled some card, or I've let me see if I would have had 2. Possibly, yeah. Maybe should have gotten neurological implants out too. I may have messed up that rule because I had Zola's Experiments on the table. I brought out the Berserk Mutate, and it says force response after minion enters play, attach the topmost. So it should have gotten actually 2 attachments to him, shouldn't he? So he would have gotten plus 2 more hit points. So to remedy that, yeah, just to remedy that, I would have used Malcolm to ping him for 2, and so Malcolm would have been discarded too. So that's how I will retro that one, just to make sure that I didn't. In the end, it doesn't make a big difference in the game. But yeah, I should have used Zola's Experiments in addition to the text on that Berserk Mutate, or Zola's Mutate. Discard cards top of the encounter deck until a tech attachment is discarded. Attach that card to Zola's Mutate. Yep, that's what I should have done. Right. So yeah. Okay. Well, we'll just call it fair. I discarded an ally, a powerful one, which is kind of a bummer. All right. We placed threat on the Mad Doctor. We placed 2 threat there. Now we got to put a test counter on the Mad Doctor. And Zola is going to attack Bishop. He's going to hit him for 2 plus 3 So Bishop's Uniform. Wow, dangerous. Wow, he hit me for 5. Hit me for 5. After you resolve bishops, okay, yeah. So Bishop takes 5 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's down to 1. Discard land out of time. We're going to use his energy absorption. We took 5. We did 5. So band together, effective leadership, pixie, call for aid, and concussive blast. So concussive blast, call for aid, and pixie gets discarded. So I get 2 more cards in my hand. I got effective leadership and band together. So we're going to exhaust Bishop's Uniform and heal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. A little bit of a delay here tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now I'm up to 8 at least. Yeah, and the ultimate Bioservant is going to attack Bishop for. He's going to hit him because he's got an attachment on him. He's got guard. Ooh, I don't like guard on the ultimate Bioservant. That's terrible. Ultimate Bioservant is going to attack for 2. And I'm going to do 2 more cards. So we've got Caliban and we've got Plan B, which gets discarded. All right, so the first encounter card is this one. The next encounter card would be this one. So the first encounter card that we deal with is Shadow of the Past. Shadow of the Past. So that brings out Trevor Fitzroy. Have I seen Trevor yet in this? So it has a quick strike. Ooh, quick strike. Ouch. He attacks for 3. After Trevor Fitzroy attacks and defeats an ally, if Portal Through Time is in play, place 2 threat on it. Otherwise, find it and reveal it. Okay, so as part of the setup for Shadow of the Past, first we reveal our set aside Nemesis minion and put it into play, engage with us. So he has quick strike, so he's going to hit Bishop for 3 and draw 3 cards. So Power of Leadership, Call for Aid, and White Fox. Okay, White Fox got discarded. Right, discard equal number of cards from the deck, each resource card. So we're going to put the Power of Leadership in our hand, and White Fox now comes out onto the table. So that's helpful. And now we got to resolve the rest of Shadow of the Past. So let's go find our Portal Through Time. Force Interrupt. When a temporal card is revealed, it gains Surge. Oof. When a temporal card is revealed, it gains Surge. Oh. Okay. And when it's revealed. All right. And then these 3 cards here will get shuffled into. So we got this one, and this one that'll all get shuffled into the encounter deck. Okay, shuffle that in. Those might all have been temporal cards too. This card. Yeah, I've hit shadows before with Bishop. I remember that now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 resource cards in my hand. And here is another card, and it is the Berserk Mutate, who is also going to attack because he has Quick Strike. He's going to hit Bishop for 2, so I'll take 2 more damage. And I'll discard 2 more cards. Energy Conversion. And Call for Aid. So I didn't get any more resource cards. But I do need to get some of these guys. I need to get some of this stuff off the table. This is terrible. This is really bad. Portal Through Time is bad. And I've got Zola's Experiments. Oh no. After a minion enters play, Attach the topmost tech attachment in the encounter discard pile to that minion. Oh no. This is a minion and this is a minion. These both came into play. Right? After a minion enters play. So now I got to go find attachments to put on those guys. Topmost. I remember that. So the topmost attachment that would have gone on to Trevor Fitzroy would have been the pain inhibitors. Attached minion gets +2 hit points and gains retaliate. Ooh. And then on the Berserk Mutate, he would get the neurological implants. Also a terrible card. +2 scheme. Okay, this just got real. This just got real bad. All I've got is resource cards in my hand. I have nothing. I have nothing. So, bring to the front. Alright. So the Berserk Mutate's got the neurological implants. Trevor Fitzroy. Oh gosh. This deal's getting worse all the time. I can definitely get rid of Trevor Fitzroy with the Bishop's Rifle. So that at least will get rid of this guy. Or not that one. So the guard is on the Ultimate Bioservant. I'd have to get rid of the Ultimate Bioservant in order to ping Zola for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I can definitely take out Trevor Fitzroy, which is important. Because it says after he attacks and defeats an ally, Portal Through Time is on the table. Go find it. Yeah, I don't like Portal Through Time being on the table. I definitely don't like Zola's Experiments being on the table, and especially since another one's getting ready to pop out with the Mad Doctor. So this just got bad. This just really got bad. Now I can flip down, which I'm going to have to, right? I'm going to have to flip down, and I can go find a temporal card. So I can get some extra damage off. Okay. Power of Leadership, Strength, Digging Deep. Effective Leadership says when you spin this card to play an ally, that ally gets +1 thwart, +1 attack till the end of the phase. That could be good. Let's first do Bishop's Rifle. We know we've got enough resources to take out Trevor Fitzroy, so he's going to get discarded. So he's out. We don't have to worry about him. How cool is that, though? Actually, I think that's pretty cool. Put 1 test counter on the main stage. So can I use Randall's ability? Discard a resource card from your hand. Ready Randall. If that card has a printed energy icon, heal 1 damage from Randall. Can I heal him without him being exhausted? Is my question. Because the arrow, after the arrow, it says Ready Randall. If that card has a printed icon. So do I have to do... That's where I'm a little bit confused. Discard a resource card from your hand. Ready Randall. So I can definitely do the beginning part of that card. Discard a resource card from your hand. Then after the text, Ready Randall. Okay. And then that... Okay, good. All right. Thank you for that. Because I was a little bit confused about the arrow thing. It still rattles around in my brain. So I can actually heal Randall, right? Discard a resource card from your hand. But you don't have to do it all. There's a limit of once per phase. So if I discard a resource card, which we're going to discard Digging Deep. So we'll heal Randall at least for 1, right? Should have did that earlier. But anyway. So I need to get rid of Portal Through Time, and I need to get rid of Zola's Experiments. So White Fox is going to... Man, but I tell you what, he's got 2 scheme. This one's got a scheme. And if I flip down, I'm that close. Zola's got a scheme of 2. I don't know if I can flip down. Yeah. I can't flip down, right? So Zola attacks Bishop. How can I make this? How can I win this game? Is it even possible to win this game? Getting the Berserk Mutate off the table, would that work? And yeah, I can't go find a temporal card unless I flip down. So I think take as much threat. Yeah, I think I lost. I'm not going to be able to win this game. There's just no way. I can't heal. I don't think I can win, but I'm going to not give up. So what do I do with White Fox? Do we take down the Berserk Mutate? Maybe? Is that how we do it? Okay, White Fox. Is that even possible? So he's 3 plus 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 damage. I don't think it's possible to win. Don't think it's possible. When temporal card is revealed against Surge, I need to get rid of Zola's experiments because another minion's going to pop out. I think it's game over. I just don't think there's much I can do. I think I let things get out of control. Yeah, 1, 2, Bishop, and I can't heal. So let's just I'll just finish the game here. So we're definitely going to one. He's 6 health. One for Zola's experiments. Randall gets rid of Zola's experiments, so it's gone. Discard that. Okay. And then Bishop removes 2 threat from the Mad Doctor. I get 2 added, puts it back up to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it goes over. It goes over if I use Bishop in that way. All right, so Bishop is going to remove. He's going to do 2 damage to Berserk Mutate. Yep. No, it's a lost game. Sorry, everybody. This is the last one. Yeah, there's just no right answer here. So Bishop would remove the 2 threat off of the portal through time, and then flip card. Go find a temporal card, which is my man Malcolm here. Bring Malcolm into my hand. Pay for Malcolm using effective leadership +1 thwart. Well, I'm gonna get attacked. So Alex asks, can Bishop remove threat on the main and then defend with allies? Well, I'm gonna get another minion out on the table because of those test counters, right? So there's gonna be the suit says after you resolve Bishop's energy absorption, that's whenever I can heal damage, and I think I have to take damage in order to do that. So I just don't have a way to get more allies out without flipping down and grabbing Malcolm. So we are going to play effective leadership to pay for him, and the I guess the genius card, maybe. Genius card to pay for Malcolm. And then action, discard a resource card from your hand, ready Malcolm if that card has a... So he actually went up in thwart. Could I take down the Berserk Mutate? He's 5. And I'm plus... So he could, right? Because discard a resource card from your hand, ready Malcolm if that card has a printed fist icon, heal 1 damage from Malcolm. So I could put Malcolm out for the 3. And remember, he's +1 because of that effective leadership. I'm still looking bad. How about instead of taking the 2 threat off of the portal through time, I took the 2 threat off of the Mad Doctor. Yeah, that's what I did. And then Malcolm comes out. We paid extra to put him out, and was that a hero resource? Let me look and see. Effective leadership just says interrupt. When you spend this card to play an ally, it gets +1 thwart, +1 attack. So yeah, if I put out Malcolm, now he's attack of 3. So we exhaust Malcolm, and we do 3 damage to the Berserk Mutate, who's... Yeah, I can take out the Berserk Mutate, so that's cool. I do have a fist resource. I have strength, so I can heal him and ready him to exhaust him to hit the Berserk Mutate again, discarding him. So now we just have an ultimate Bile Servant on the table, and we'll see what happens. That is the end of my turn. And what am I going to discard? Probably everything? Yeah, I'm going to discard all these resources here. Bad idea? No, I got a lot of resources in there, and I definitely need to try to get like something else in my hand to do something. Okay, so advance the phase. All right, so what I get? I got Command Authority, which is removing of threat, energy, stored energy. I got Supercharge, stored energy, and energy conversion, which is defense card. All right, so now we have to place 2 threat on the Mad Doctor. We put a test counter on, which it says if there are 3 more test counters here, discard the top card of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. We'll just do it from here. Nope. 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 There he is. Terrasar. Let's see. Put that minion into play, engage with the first player, remove 3 test counters from the scheme. So that's a good one to grab because he's a scheme of 0, right? If there's a good time to get a dinosaur, I guess it's now. All right, and then so Zola is going to scheme, hopefully for 0. Or yeah, it's got to be 0, right? Because we're going to put 1 scheme on because of the ultimate Bile Servant. So we're hoping for a 0. And it is a 0. Give the villain a tough... What? Give the villain a tough status card. What? Okay. So here's a tough. And we put 2 threat on the Mad Doctor. Okay, I'll take it. And then the ultimate Bile Servant is going to scheme for 1. We didn't reveal a temporal, did we? Wait a second. When revealed, resolve the special ability of on the setting environment. The setting environment says discard 3 cards, the top 3 cards of your deck. We missed that too. So when revealed, and it was revealed, right? Does it say reveal it? It says discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put that minion into play. Engage with the first. So it's just put into play. So he's not actually revealed, right? So when revealed, resolve the special. Wow, that would have been great. All right, so the ultimate Bile Servant puts a threat on the Mad Doctor, and we made it through that. Now, what is the card that I am going to get dealt? I made it this far through the. I didn't think I would even get this close. But let's see what this is. And this is Zola's Mutate. We grab another Mutate. And it says, when revealed, discard cards on top of the encounter deck until a tech attachment is discarded. Attach that card to Zola's Mutate. Of course. Of course that's what we're going to do. Alright. Here we go. Giant Ape. The Mind Ray. Temporal Trickery. I'm not missing something on this one. A temporal card is revealed. It's not revealed. Here we go. Got the Berserk Mutate. How many cards are left in this deck? Technological Enhancements. That's a Treachery card. And there it is. Defensive Programming. Attached minion gets +2 hit points and gains guard. So I have 2 guards out now. I can't attack Zola with the guards out. We're going to discard these cards. But we actually lived to see another turn. That's crazy. That's funny. And I got supercharged. So, and I got my rifle. I do need to heal though. I can't take too many more. I can't take too much of that. Too many more of those things happening. So, let's see what happens. Let's heal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I flip over to my hero side. I got to remove some threat for the Mad Doctor. I got to get Portal Through Time out of here. I got Randall, White Fox, and Malcolm. And I need to get rid of some of this nasty. So I got 1, 2, 3 resources in hand. I got Energy Conversion. Enemy attacks, shuffle each resource card your discard pile in your deck. Oh, that's cool. This is a good time for that. Oh, man. Okay, and then I got Command Authority. Remove 3 threat from a scheme if you pay for this event with a resource card, draw a card. Awesome. We're going to do that. Let's do some damage with the gun first. So we got 1, 2, 3 damage that we can put into something. And is it going to be the Ultimate Bioservant? Is it going to be Zola's Mutate? He's attack of 2 only, right? This guy's an attack of 2. This guy's an attack of 4. And I do need to get Portal Through Time off the table as well, because we don't want any temporal cards. When a temporal card is revealed, I don't reveal cards when I play them, right? So, I don't think. I think they're only... I'm still alive, Lex. Thank you. Thank you for sticking around and not giving up on me yet. I understand if you do, but thanks for not giving up on me. I am going to get rid of Portal Through Time. We're going to do damage with the rifle first. 1, 2, 3 damage with... Yeah, we're going to do 3 damage into Zola's Mutate or the Ultimate Bioservant. What's the better choice? Yeah, thanks for the vote of confidence over there. I do need to get threat off of this Mad Doctor too. So Randall could get rid of some threat. We can ready both of these guys. White Fox is still alive. And I gotta get rid of Portal Through Time. Command Authority. Remove threat from a scheme if you pay for this with a resource card. Draw a card. So we're going to use energy to do the Command Authority. We're going to use stored energy and stored energy to ready both of these guys, and then we'll just put supercharged on the table, right? Is that the right thing to do? So Bishop's Rifle is going to attack Zola's Mutate. I know White Fox for sure is going to ping the tough off of the Ultimate Bioservant, so we're going to place 1 threat there. Yeah, use a rifle first for sure. So the rifle, because it doesn't have piercing, does it? Does the rifle have piercing? Deal 1 damage to that resource. This card gains range. It's just ranged. I don't have any piercing, do I? Nobody's got piercing? Does anybody got piercing? No. No piercing there. No piercing there. This guy is a threat remover. This is a damage guy. So we're going to do 3 damage to Zola's mutate or the defensive programming. I think defensive programming guy, because he'll get plus attack for more attachments. Yeah, ultimate bioservant guy. Because right now he's 4 plus 2 is 5. I could take him down, maybe. No, can't really take him down. Unless I do some damage as random. I gotta remove threat though. Gotta get threat off the table. So 3 damage into the... Let's do it into the ultimate bioservant. 3 damage there from the gun. Because I only got 3 resources in hand. And then Malcolm, he's going to attack the pterosaur, right? For 2. We'll put 1 consequential damage into Malcolm for that. And then Randall is going to remove 2 threat from the Mad Doctor. Command Authority. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, maybe I should have used Command Authority to target the Mad Doctor. Yeah, we'll do that first. Yeah, we'll do that first. We'll use Command Authority because we could get something cool on the draw. We're going to use Energy for Command Authority to take 3 threat off of the Mad Doctor. Okay, then we get to draw a card. And it is Innovation. After you spend this card, heal 1 damage from an ally you control. Cool. Okay. And then we are going to... We can hang on to the energy conversion. We can use that for the supercharged now. Ooh, we could use that for supercharged. But I have to be able to make a basic attack in order to pull that off, so maybe not. So now that we got that down to 4, let's do this. Let's remove 2 threat from Portal Through Time, and then I'll ready Randall to again, all right, to heal him for 1. So I didn't put any consequential on him. I should have put 1 consequential on him. Should have healed him for 1, ready him, exhaust Randall to get rid of the Portal Through Time. It's gone. Okay, good. And then we're going to use the stored energy to heal Malcolm for 1, ready him up. Oh yeah, we put 1 on we got to put 1 more damage on Randall. Exhaust Malcolm to knock out the pterosaur. Okay, so it's gone. We'll hang on to energy conversion. Yes. I'm going to put supercharged out onto the table. Okay. Zola's mutate's still there. He's going to do damage to somebody. Ultimate bioservant's going to do damage to somebody. So I can absorb damage with my allies over here. And if I play the energy conversion, I'll be able to shuffle all my resource cards into my deck and not take more than 3 damage. I might be able to heal up considerably if that's the case. Just depends on how much damage I take with Bishop. I may have to defend, because if I draw another 3, I'm dead. Alright, thinking ahead. Alright, so we're going to hang on to energy conversion. We're going to hang on to innovation too. Yeah. Hang on to innovation. Advance the phase. So I got a concussive blast, which is great. I got stored energy, effective leadership. So I do have at least 3 resources in my hand now. All right, we're going to place 1 threat on the Mad Doctor. We're going to place a test counter on the Mad Doctor. Zola's going to attack Bishop. Do I defend? If he hits me for 3, I'm doneer. I'm goner. Yeah, if he hits me for 3, I'm a dead man. I'm going to take my chance. So far it's worked out. Yep, hits me for 2. So Bishop's gonna take 4 damage. So he's down to 1 now. Oh yeah, I was gonna play the. I'm sorry. I was gonna play the energy conversion. When an enemy attacks, shuffle a resource card in your discard pile in your deck. You cannot take it. So I'm cheating. Probably shouldn't, but I did. I was gonna play it, and I probably shouldn't have. So I only took 3 damage actually, and I get to go find all my resource cards and put it into my deck. So let me see if I can do that quickly. Look at all cards in my discard pile. So here's stored energy, power of leadership, band together, power of leadership, strength, genius, effective leadership, dig deep, another dig deep. Have you ever seen anybody play with this many resource cards? Look at all these resource cards. Okay, all of these resource cards. So I basically cycled my deck back into my deck just now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So all of these resource cards get shuffled into my deck. Shuffle. Energy conversion. Discarded. Discard Bantham. And since I did 3 only, 1, 2, 3. So I get the power of leadership. I got strength. And sidekick goes in the discard pile. All right. Zola's Mutate is going to attack for 2, and Ultimate Bioservant is going to attack for 2. Yeah, I can do the supercharged. I got Bishop's Uniform, which, by the way, I'm going to exhaust Bishop's Uniform to heal for 3. No, more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up to 7. Okay. Bishop heals. And so White Fox is going to take the damage from Zola's Mutate. So discard her. And I think I need to control this threat over here. So Randall's going to be my guy to help control the threat. So Malcolm is going to take the damage from the Ultimate Bioservant. Or I could just let it happen to Bishop where he gets attacked. Or I could let... Yeah, we're going to hang on to Malcolm. Why am I getting rid of Malcolm? Ultimate Bioservant is going to attack Bishop. And I'm going to draw 2 more cards. So I got Energy and Digging Deep. So I got 2 more resources. Yeah, that's what I should have done. Probably should have kept White Fox around. And just took... But, it's... You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Alright, so here we go. Zola's card is the Velociraptor, who has Quick Strike. Oh no. Quick Strike, force interrupt. When Velociraptor attacks you, discard the top card of your deck. Velociraptor gets +1 attack for this attack for each resource icon discarded this way. Oh boy. Okay, so we're going to discard the top card of our deck, which is Beast. So he's going to attack for 2 on this Quick Strike. Which means, sadly, that since I got attacked, I get to do this again. Digging Deep and Effective Leadership. So I get 2 more resource cards in my hand. That's great. Alright, we're ready to do some blasting. Okay, you made me mad, dude. You made me mad. Alright, so now we gotta get rid of Zola's Mutate. So let's advance the phase, turn things over to myself. Alright. Wow, I could really blow somebody up with the Concussive Blast now. Deal 6 damage to an enemy if you pay for this event with a resource card ready Bishop. So I've got Guard on the table, Zola's Mutate, so I can't use Bishop's Rifle right now. But can I knock out Zola's Mutate? Does he have any kind of Retaliate? He doesn't have Retaliate, he's just got 2 hit points. So can I do 7 damage to the Berserk to Zola's Mutate and then do the rest of the damage. I gotta knock the tough off of Zola. Yeah, I should have. Should just took damage to Bishop, but boy, that would have been bad. Okay, so Innovation says after you spend this card, heal 1 damage from an ally you control. Actually, Malcolm, I think he should. Let's see, yeah, he should have an extra damage on him. So I'm going to have to heal these guys before I do damage with them. Or remove threat. So Randall's a threat remover. Malcolm's the attacker. Or, let's see, what do I do? If I do Concussive Blast, deal 6 damage to enemy if you paid for this event with a resource card, Ready Bishop. So, 1, 2, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage with Digging Deep. Or with the with Bishop's rifle right now as it stands. If I do 2 damage with Bishop, bump. A damage with Randall to the Zola's mutate. A damage with Malcolm onto Zola's mutate. That's fine. Or if I did the stored energy, let me see. I'm trying to figure out how to get maximum damage here, where I can start pinging away at Zola. I think I got to clear these. I got to clear this board though. This board's killing me, and the threat. So spend Innovation. Nah, I gotta blast somebody first. Let's just get rid of Zola's mutate. What do you say? We'll use the rifle to knock out Zola's mutate. I know it's overkill. Okay, Zola's mutate blasted. We'll discard him with the rifle. Yep. Ultimate Bioservant is 4 plus 2. Concussive Blast. Do 6 damage to enemy. Yeah, I need to definitely get some control back to this board. I think you're right. I think you're right for sure. What can I do? I got effective leadership. So if I use effective leadership, we can spin this card to play an ally. Nope, not doing that. And I don't want to take a bunch of damage onto Bishop. Supercharged. Can I supercharge to knock out Ultimate Bioservant? I certainly could. We got to do 3 damage to get rid of the Ultimate Bioservant. So I'm going to heal Malcolm for 1. Come on, heal. Healing him for 1. Discard a resource card from your hand. Ready Malcolm. If that has a printed resource. Okay, so I need to make sure that in order to heal him, that it has a fist icon on it. So here's stored energy. Do we want to do Concussive Blast first? Get rid of the Ultimate Bioservant. Deal 6 damage to an enemy if you paid for this event with a resource card, Ready Bishop. Yeah, how about it? How about Bishop removes threat from the Mad Doctor? That's what we do with him. We're going to Concussive Blast. We're going to spend 3. So we didn't heal Malcolm yet. We're going to spend 3. We're going to use Innovation. And we're going to use effective leadership to pay for the Concussive Blast, which is going to knock out the Ultimate Bioservant. Okay, discard that. So we ready up Bishop. We healed Malcolm, right? Because of that. After you spend this card, heal 1 damage from an ally you control. Yep. So Malcolm is going to attack the Velociraptor for 2. and he takes 1 consequential damage. We're going to use stored energy to heal Malcolm and ready him. And then Malcolm's going to knock out the Velociraptor. Okay, so that's taken care of. And he takes a consequential damage. We're going to heal Randall. We got to use a printed energy icon. There we go. To heal him. He's going to remove 2 threat from the Mad Doctor. We're going to keep all these resources in our hand. And then, now we got supercharged. Ooh, we got supercharged. Oh, supercharged. So it says, when you make a basic attack, discard supercharged, so I can get a +8. So if I use strength, and I use digging deep, and digging deep, discard these, I can put these tokens right over here on supercharge. Discard a resource card from your hand, place 1 charge counter here for each resource icon on that card. So was that right? Yeah, strength, digging deep, and digging deep to put supercharged, to power up supercharged. We're going to hang on to effective leadership and power of leadership. Is that the right thing to do? Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And then Bishop is going to, oh yeah, by the way, Randall has to take a consequential damage. And Bishop's going to remove threat off of the Mad Doctor. We're not going to ping the tough because I don't want to take the damage from the retaliate just yet. All right, so that's going to end my I cleared the board. I cleared the Mad Doctor. All we've got to deal with right now at this moment is Dr. Zola, and there's only 1 test counter. I never thought this was going to happen. So, I mean, a lot of luck, right? Okay, so let's advance the phase. Let's turn things back over to Zola. All right, what we get? We got Black Panther. We got Band Together, Digging Deep, the Power of Leadership, and Effective Leadership. Look at these guys. Beautiful. All right, so we place 1 threat on the Mad Doctor. We're going to put 1 test counter on the Mad Doctor. Zola's going to attack. I don't want to take the chance to lose this late in the game. So the guy he's going to attack is Randall. And he's going to hit him for 3. I could have defended. I wasn't going to do that. His turn's not over yet. Encounter card. Bad card. Velociraptor. No, not a quick strike. It says quick strike. When Velociraptor attacks you, discard the top card of your deck. Velociraptor gets +1 attack for this attack for each resource icon discarded this way. Oh boy. Let me look in my discard pile and see if all of my double resources. Okay, so we got stored energy. What else do I have in here? I've got stored energy. I've got strength and energy. Do I have genius in there? I don't see genius. Is genius in my hand? No, genius is not in my hand. So there is the danger that I could flip genius, or do I have another? I guess I retrieved another stored energy. So I have 1 stored energy and I have 1 genius. So I definitely don't want to take 3 damage from the Velociraptor. That would be terrible, because that would take me right out of the game. Oh, I hate it. Malcolm's got it. Okay, let's see what it is. When Velociraptor attacks you, discard the top card of your deck. Velociraptor gets +1 attack for this attack. What is it? It's genius. Oh boy. Yeah. So Velociraptor. Don't forget the suit if you haven't. Let's see. The suit says after you resolve Bishop's energy absorption. Yeah. Yeah, if I would have defended with Bishop, I don't know. Yeah. I should have. Yeah. You are correct, Lex. I did wrong. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Should have healed, right? So, and I would have healed for 2. Live and learn. Live and learn. I defended with Malcolm and I lost Malcolm. Discard card. Discard genius. Yep. Made the wrong choice there. Okay. Effective leadership. When you spin this card, ally gets +1 thwart, +1 attack to the end of the phase. Okay, so I can use the rifle to take down the Velociraptor. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sorry, Lex. Sorry, Lex. Yeah, you gave the right suggestion there. I should have defended with Bishop, thinking that there was a possibility of a 2. I wouldn't have taken the 2 damage, and I could have healed. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I do have Supercharge, though. And we're not going to use it. I think what I do is I flip down, right? Great. Great game so far. Gotta go. Oh, okay. All right, yeah, catch the ending later. I'll post it, likely, Lex. So thanks for hanging out this evening. Sorry it took so long. This has been kind of a crazy game. All right, so Bishop. We're going to get Black Panther out. Yeah, I'm going to put Black Panther out. I don't know. I'm going to attack. I'm going to blast Velociraptor with Bishop's rifle. Right? Blast. Just blast him. So he's gone. And then Bishop is going to remove the threat from the Mad Doctor. I'm going to use the power of leadership and effective leadership. Effective leadership to play and digging deep to put out Black Panther. Black Panther comes out. I've got Supercharged. I think what I'm going to do is just flip down, and I'm going to just hang on to... Oh, yeah, Black Panther says you may play an event attached to Black Panther if it was in your hand. So, yeah, I'm going to go find... Look at all cards. I'm going to grab the... I'm going to grab the Call for Aid and put it on Black Panther. And you know what? I think Black Panther, he's gonna take... No, it'll defeat him if I do that. Yeah, I don't want to attack with Zola because it's gonna knock Black Panther out altogether. So bring that to the front. So we got Call for Aid on Black Panther. I'm gonna hang on to Band Together. No, I'm gonna discard Band Together. No, I'm gonna flip first. Flip over. Flip card. And I'm gonna go find one of my temporal guys, and I think what we're going to pick up is Randall, or no, we're not going to pick up Randall. We're going to grab somebody that's got a little bit of teeth. We're going to pick up on Malcolm. Yeah, we'll grab Malcolm, and I'll discard Band Together. I flip down. We're going to advance the phase and turn things over to Zola. What'd I get? I got Stored Energy, Band Together, Stored Energy, and the Triskelion. Okay. So we place 1 threat on the Mad Doctor. And we place 1 test counter on the Mad Doctor, which means that we need to, it says here, after resolving step 1 of the villain phase, place 1 test counter here. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a minion is discarded. Put that minion into play with the first player and remove 3 test counters from the scheme. Okay. Here we go. Giant Apes. When defeated, the player who defeated Giant Apes resolves the special ability on the setting environment. Okay. So Zola is going to scheme for 2 plus 0. Not a bad time to see the advance. And then the giant apes are going to scheme for 1. Zola's encounter is defensive programming. Attach the minion with the most remaining hit points, and that's going to be on the giant ape. He's guard, but he's already a guard, so he's just a bigger ape is all. Bring to the front. Okay, there's my giant ape. All right. Okay, so we'll advance the phase. All right. So I got Malcolm. I could put Malcolm out. He could do some damage. I got Bishop's Rifle, Stored Energy, Triskelion, and Supercharged. I could supercharge the giant ape, right? But I have to, when you make a basic attack, use Supercharged. So I'm not going to use a basic attack, but I am going to heal. So we'll exhaust Lucas Bishop, and we're going to heal for 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 7. And I will flip to my hero side. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 resources in hand. No, 4 resources in hand. So I can exhaust the rifle to do 4 damage to the giant ape. All right. And then I could bring out Malcolm. We're going to bring out Malcolm. And we spend 3 resources to bring him out. So band together is 1. And stored energy would be 2, 3. 3 to put out Malcolm. Malcolm's going to attack the monkeys and take 1 consequential damage. We're going to use stored energy to discard a resource card from your hand. Ready Malcolm. If that card has a printed fist icon, deal 1 damage to Malcolm. Limit once per phase. Alright, so we're going to heal him and ready him. Discard stored energy. Malcolm is going to attack the giant ape. And so he's going to hit him for 2 more. 5, 6, 7 knocks out the giant ape. We're going to put the Triskelion on the table using that band together card. So I can get an extra ally now. Increase your ally limit by 1. And then Black Panther, we're going to use him to remove 2 threat from the Mad Doctor. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm going to put 1 consequential damage on Malcolm. 2 consequential damage on the Black Panther. I will advance the phase. I get to drop some cards. Okay. I got to deal myself an encounter card because of decking myself. I got another supercharged. I got the power of leadership, command authority, remove threat from a scheme. If you paid for this with the resource, draw a card. I got sidekick, and I got innovation. Good. Good. All right, so we place 1 threat on the Mad Doctor. Dr. Zola is going to attack Bishop for 2. Plus this card right here. Oh, and encounter pile is empty. So we got to put an acceleration token onto the main scheme. That's not good. All right, so he's going to attack for 2. Plus 1 is 3, so I'll take 3 damage. Discard Gang Up. And then I'm going to use my energy absorption. Oh yeah, I got to put 1 test counter onto the Mad Doctor, right? Yeah. 1 test counter on the Mad Doctor. Uh, energy absorption. I took 3 damage, so we're going to discard 3 cards, and that is Concussive Blast, bummer. Effective Leadership, which is a resource card, and Strength, which is a resource card. So that all comes into my hand. Discard Concussive Blast. And then the encounter cards. The first one is Zola's Mutate. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a tech attachment is discarded. Attach that card to Zola's Mutate. Boy, that would have been great to get right there at the end of his deck. But that's terrible. So I got discard cards until I find a tech upgrade. First one is Test Subjects. I'm just gonna put the discards over here. And Fear the Future. So he has the neurological implants. Attached minion gets +2 hit points. So Zola's Mutate is up to 2. Bring to the front. So 2 more hit points. +2 scheme, +2 attack. So Zola Mutate is no joke. Let's discard these cards. And then the next encounter card is the Mind Ray. Zola attacks you. You are stunned. Ugh. I did not want to be stunned. Now he's going to attack me for 2. I'm stunned anyway. He's going to attack me for 2. I've only got 4 health. I do have the uniform. You know, earlier I should have used my bishop's uniform. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why it's out there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I should have healed for 4. I don't know what I was thinking. So now he's going to attack me. So it's not so bad, right? He's going to attack me. But the worst part is that I'm stunned. That's the worst part. Is that I am stunned. So the Mind Ray goes off. Zola attacks you. You are stunned. He attacks us for 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Mind Ray's discarded. Velociraptor discarded. And so since I took 3 more damage, I got to discard 3 more cards. So I discard White Fox, who actually comes into play now. Discard Stored Energy, which also comes into play. And this card here, which is Caliban. Bummer. Okay, so I got Black Panther, White Fox, and Malcolm on the table. Zola's Mutate, the Triskelion, which I could add an extra. All right, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 resources. I've got to find a way. I gotta find a way to get rid of the stun card. Boy, that was big. Me getting stunned was huge just now because I think I had enough damage to take down Zola. I think I did. And now I gotta... Okay, I got an idea. So I could put the supercharged card out. I got the sidekick card. Attached to an entity. It gets +2 hit points. Or plus identity specific ally. +2 hit points. Call for aid. Call for aid. If I use the call for aid, I'm going to deck myself. But I will get more resources, which is what I want. I hate this. I hate the fact that... Okay, Command Authority says, remove 3 threat from a scheme. If you paid for this event with a resource card, draw a card. White Fox. Malcolm. 2 damage with Malcolm. Innovation. After you spend this card, heal 1 damage from your ally. And supercharged. Does the supercharged card stack? That's the next question. I don't know if that ever got answered. When you make a basic attack, this card supercharged, you get +2 for this attack for each charge counter here to a maximum of +8. So it's a maximum of +8 per card, right? That would be huge. That would be so big. Because this is an attack. This Bishop's Rifle is an attack. So I could, in theory, attack Zola's Mutate or attack Zola to clear my stunned. If I could put another supercharged out there, I could knock the tough off of Zola and win this game. But a lot of it depends. No, I could probably still win the game. +8, so I'm up to 10. Yeah, and Malcolm could do. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna win this game because we do not have. Okay, we don't. All right, so I'm overthinking this one. So yeah, Bishop's Rifle. We're gonna use that to clear the stunned. Okay. We're gonna use White Fox to clear the tough off of Zola. I'm really overthinking this. Actually, yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. So yeah, we use Bishop. 4 test counters. When you make a basic attack, this card's supercharged. You get +2 for this attack for each charge counter here to a maximum of +8. So 10 damage into Zola because of that supercharged card, which takes him all the way down to 4. And look at there. We have a Malcolm and we've got a Black Panther. We don't have a guard, right? I just want to make sure. Attach the minion with the most remaining hit points with another copy of Neurological Implants. If you cannot do this, this card gains Surge. So yeah, Zola's Mutate is not defending Zola right now. But I do need to take 2 retaliate from that attack that I did to Zola. Black Panther is going to attack Zola for 2. And the retaliate will knock out Black Panther. What did I just do? Discard card. Okay, and then for my final trick, Malcolm is going to do 2 damage to Zola. Uh-oh. I think I may have glitched there. Hopefully this is still going. Because that is the end of the game. We defeated Zola in the Savage Land, and it wasn't without a lot of help, actually, from Zola's encounter deck. Not drawing enough damage, not doing enough threat. But yeah, that was a really fun game. And so if you were able to catch this, thanks for watching. And again, thanks Lex for pointing out a few things as we went and hanging out as long as you could. Thanks to anyone who watches later. I am the Board Game Lawyer. If you see anything that I messed up in this game, which it's very easy to do, right? It's easy with Zola to miss putting test counters out. It's easy to miss retaliates. It's easy to miss things, triggers. If you saw anything that I did wrong, or maybe something I could have done better, it doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Put that in the comments down below. I'm just here having fun. It's a Friday night playing some Marvel Champions. Thanks for watching. Sorry, it was a 2-hour game. That was a long one, but it was fun. A little bit puzzly there, but I pulled it off in the end. So again, thanks for watching, folks. Have a wonderful evening. Take care, and I'll catch you again with another game later.